Hi guys, it's Prometheus Gauntlet here. I'm in my apartment. Managed to get everything situated, more or less, and um, basically I'm here, and I'm basically gonna, um, I wanted to dress up for Halloween, and I didn't have a lot of money for a lightsaber because I wanted one that would noise, and I decided to go through my shit and see what I could use because I got a lot of shit over the years. I threw a lot out, and basically, excuse the hammering, by the way, they're working on the stairs outside. Basically, um, this girl from Saber Sourcing, I applied to her channel. Let me see if I can bring it up. I'm sorry, subscribe to her channel. Excuse the big dumb guy thing. And let's see, where is she? Yeah, Saber Sourcing is the girl's name, or at least her YouTube channel. Anyway, I put in there that cheap lightsaber would be something from Walmart, like it has sound on it. Let me show you. See, it's just a kid's toy. It doesn't light up because it's broken, but the sound works. It's called a space sword. Yeah. So I didn't want a real professional thing because they're expensive. Even just like $160. I can go get my teeth fixed. Maybe I'm just cheap in my old age, but essentially, I just wanted to show you this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to make two sabers right now. I'm trying to do a Sith costume for Halloween, and I dug up my old graduation gown from the university. And basically, here it is. Let me show it to you. I don't know if you can see it because I have a shitty camera. But here's the gown. It's black. Pretty straight, pretty black. It doesn't have a hood on it, and it's got these ruffles here. It's kind of like a judge's gown when you really think about it. See, here's that thing that goes in the back. I graduated from A&M International in Laredo, Texas. And essentially what I'm going to do is just go ahead and modify it. I went ahead and I bought some material at Walmart. It was like $2 for the black material. And this is in preparation for, $2 a yard. It's in preparation for Halloween, but there's also San Japan over here in San Antonio, Texas. And San Japan's downtown. I think it's the Robert Henry Gonzalez Center or whatever. And essentially I want to go at least maybe for a day and just kind of look around, see what's there, see if there's any gaming. Sometimes you get gaming, sometimes you don't. And I'm not going to show you all the details or anything. I'm just making a quick video to show you what I was able to do. So I'm going to show you the before, and then I'll show you the after later on. Okay? Here's the before. It's just PVC conduit, 1 1/4 inch. Alright? See, it fits in my hand really well. Let me see if I can get it. You see? So I'm going to slice it, and I'm making a curved blade, kind of influenced by Count Dooku. And here's some of the stuff I'm using. This is what the circuit looks like that's in the board. That's what it looks like. And it's just this little thing. But it's so fragile, the wires are so fragile. If you mess with it the wrong way, it'll come apart on you. So what I did is I got the hot glue gun, and I glue gunned the whole damn thing, and I put these two are for the power, and these other ones here, they're for different things. Like this is for the speaker. These are for the LED. These other ones are for the LEDs. And that's all it has. It has some LEDs, and it has a speaker. So what I'm going to do is I'll keep that as a basis. Here's the switch. Here's the power switch on this side and the motion detector. Don't mess with the motion detector. That thing is so fragile, it's not even funny. But I'm going to take this, and I'll probably put it in protection or some sort of packaging, like a chassis or whatever, and I'll slide it in here, and I'm gonna melt plastic, and pretty much, my goal is to have it like this, but with maybe the button down here, and down here, and the button I want to use is, of course, you have this old flashlight here. Here it is. Here's the back. This is the back side of the old flashlight. See, it's perfect. I slide that in there, maybe cut this in half. I maybe use this for the back. And I have another old flashlight with a button here. Could use for the front, because the back is it's missing. This one's missing one LED. One LED went out on it. But I can saw this very easily. I have other little things, just crap that I have laying around that I never used. Here's the casing for that thing. You just open it up carefully. Oops. And this is leftovers. One of them I'm going to make to take a blade. Excuse all the crap. I got a lot of crap laying around. See, this is this blade. I just found this next to a dumpster. It's just a pole, aluminum pole, but I could fit it in this one like this. But I'm not going to do that for the Sith. The Sith is going to be bladeless. But when I make my Jedi weapon, that's going to have a blade on it. And as far as the Jedi weapon's concerned, I probably won't make a video about it, but this is the parts that I'm using. It's a little long. I have to cut it in half. But there you go. You see? And you just screw it in. If you're real cheap, like me, let me put the camera down. Hold on. Okay. You see, there's parts you can get. Electrical conduit. This is 1 1/4 size, and there's this part here. This part is important because it'll allow you to put a blade in there. I forgot what it's called, but it's in the 1 1/4, and it has 2 of these things on there. If I take it out, this is what it looks like. Okay. You put this in one of the ends. I would stick to the gray plastic if you can. Only do the white plastic or the white PVC if you have to. But you see how it has 2 of those things in there? You see? It has 2 of them. So that'll allow you to put your blade in. And you just put a collar in there too. If you do a 1-inch blade like I'm going to do, you just put a collar in there. I'm going to put a collar that goes all the way down to reinforce it. I won't be doing any heavy duty stuff with it. I might not even use it most of the time, but at least it's, it's available. So you see, the head by itself is pretty cool just the way it is for a Jedi. And then here's the tail. I put the end cap on it. See, that's where I'm going to put a speaker. See, now the only problem with these lightsabers, since they're for kids, is that the speakers are real small. Here's the speaker. It's teeny tiny. It's like maybe an inch, I guess an inch. Right? But so what I'm going to do for my Sith is I'm going to try to put 2 of them in there. One in the front, one in the back, to try to double the sound, which will bring it up to somewhat normal. I'm also going to put, I went to Walmart and I bought these little beads. I don't know if you can see these little beads. They're just beads. You can get them at Walmart real cheap. And that's going to be my Kyber crystal. Okay, but I'm going to melt them down. Apparently, Kyber crystals, when you go online, they kind of look like the natural crystal I used to have. Well, no, I still have it. Here it is. I made a wand, and a magician's wand based on what I actually heard in the occult. So, see, I have tape on it so it doesn't fall out. But that crystal, that's exactly what it looks like, but it's normally red. I don't know if you can see it well. It's just real. Maybe that'll help. You see? So I can make a model off this. Oh, this is the rest of my wand. I still have to finish it up and get that set properly. I don't want it to fall out again. But anyway, my long-term goal was to get a Skyrim. Even though Skyrim, they don't really use wands, they use staves. I wanted to get a Skyrim outfit going. And oh, let me show you my staff. I forgot. I do have an actual Skyrim, not Skyrim staff, but it's one that I made just out of my imagination. It's nothing special. I got a. I think I may have put it in my videos. I'll put it here against the thing. As you can see, this is when I was listening to the 13th Sun too much. This is what happens when you listen to the 13th Sun too much. You see. So it's basically an old Christmas tree that I took everything apart, and I went ahead and just put all these designs on there just to make it look cool. Nature, the 13 right there, pyramids, sun, little data, some data, bits and bytes. See, I just went with it, you know, let it go wherever it's gonna go. That's all. Anyway, so that's what I did, and I have that for later on. I want to do a Skyrim mage outfit later on sometime if I can. If I get a sewing machine. If I don't, I probably won't. The Jedi thing, I might be able to stitch it together by hand, but with the extra black material I have and this basic thing here, I can definitely put a hood on that and cover up those ruffles on the side, and that'll go ahead and take care of me as far as that is concerned. And I also have some fingerless gloves. Where did I put them? Oh, here they are. Yeah, I have this fingerless gloves here. I wonder if I could put that on. They're just old gold gems glove. See? And that for a Sith. I'll put this on my belt. And for the belt, what I have is whatchamacallit, this thing. I bought this years ago when I used to work in the warehouses, because it's important that when you're working in a warehouse and you're lifting stuff all the time to have support for your back. If you don't, then you could have an accident. And this is what it does. This is what it is right here. It's a back support belt. You see, those are important, especially when you're working that kind of job, guys. You don't want to screw around with that. Okay, I bought that years ago from, I don't even remember where. But anyway, if you open it up, it kind of looks like a Sith sash, you know. And you have these suspender things. You can take the suspenders off if you want. I'm a fat guy, so I'll probably leave them on. You know. The good thing about Sith is you can do all kinds of designs and nobody will care, as long as it's like dark and dreary and anti-humanity, I guess. But anyway, that's the projects that I go on. So this is the before. There's the before right there. Before, you know, little pieces. That one I broke, but this is the one I'm gonna try to put in there. Can't wait to get that in there. You know, and think about it. This is just stuff I had laying around. The only thing I bought were some of the PVC parts. You know, I bought the lightsaber. Obviously, I bought like 3 of them. One I burnt. The other one, the LEDs don't work, but I have to see where the connection broke. If the connection broke, you know, in some place, if it's not like off the board, then that's it. The funny thing about these is, yeah, these chips, you do not want to try to solder this. This is too small for you to solder. It's like 2 inches across by like a little bit less than an inch wide. It's too much. It's too small. The wires are so damn small. Look at that. Let me see if I can get that. You see that? See how small the wires are? You just can't solder that, you know? I made this soldering iron here. See? You just, you know, you unlock it. Oops. I just jury rigged it overnight, you know, to try to get that done, and I burnt the shit out of that thing because that soldering iron That's really for new circuit boards that don't have anything in there, or people that really know what the hell they're doing. I saw a video on Udemy, and I learned exactly where I screwed up. Oh, battery's running out. So, anyhow, with that, I'm just letting you know, this is the before, and I'll show you the after when I'm done with the lightsaber and it's complete. Then I'll show you what I look like dressed up completely once I've done everything, all the sewing, and once I'm done with all those parts, I'll put it together and I'll post it on YouTube, and that's pretty much it. And we have what? See, today's June, July, August, September, October. So you got like 4 months to plan and to go ahead and do your thing. Now you can buy a lightsaber and get the professional job done, but there's an Arduino project. Search for Arduino lightsaber, and you'll find it on their page. And it's really expensive when you add all those little prices up, because they did raise the prices, and some of those electronic parts are not the prices that you see there when they first started out. But I signed up for an electronics course so that I could try to eventually get to that place where I have a fully bladed lightsaber and just completely, lighted. I wanted to light up the whole damn room, and I want it to sound real good. So that's my goal. I probably will make a Jedi one. I don't know. It just depends. And I could also probably try to scavenge something, or maybe checking the battery, or maybe I'll actually use heavy steel. Can you imagine how heavy it would be if I used actual pipe steel for this? It'd be like, wow. But that damn thing is not going to go anywhere. You know what I mean? You drop that on your foot, though, I feel sorry for you. You drop something that heavy on your foot. You have a chance with this thing. But you drop a completely weighted lightsaber on your foot. Something like the one, what's that one? It was made out of motorcycle parts and stuff. From Mark Hamill was holding it, the original prop. That thing weighed a ton. You can tell it's pure metal. Just painted metal, pure metal. So you drop something like that on your foot, and you're going to be in trouble. So be careful if you guys do anything like that, and be careful with these electronics. They're so fragile. I mean, I managed to weld one on there, and then as soon as I moved it, it snapped off again. You cannot re-weld or re-solder these things. Just put glue all over it. Put glue all over it, hot glue gun, a little bit at a time. Get your power. Those are the 2 power contacts I have there. And the rest of the contacts, run them somewhere else. Give it some space, and you'll be fine. As to this switch, well, you can try to keep that switch, or you can try to use another switch. Like I said, I'm going to use, something like this. That's just a cheap flashlight switch. That's it. I have other little knickknacks I want to put on there and decorate. I want to mold some plastic to put a blade on it. I don't know exactly how it's going to turn out. Let's see, do I have it here? Let me see. I had it somewhere. Let me turn my food off first. I think my food's pretty much gone with the wind. Yeah. Ooh, mini pizza overcooked. Ooh. Alright, I gotta go. This thing's going out on me. But anyway, I don't know what I did with it. But anyhow, this is the before, and then I'll put it all together, or maybe I'll just make another video, and that'll be it. But anyway, may the Force be with you, not the Fourth, and you have a wonderful day. Thank you. Oh, and one last thing. For those of you who think that's real meat, it's not real meat, pepperoni there. It's pepperoni. It's fake pepperoni made by this company called Yves. It's a veggie cuisine. So I'm not eating meat or anything. I do eat eggs, which is meat in my opinion, but it's a notch. What can I say? I gotta try. Still pretty nice. Just a mini pizza. My diabetes prevents me from really having as much as I'd like. But it's always good to cut down. Too much is not good for you. Anyway, bye-bye again. Bye-bye.